Hello, it's Borders Dude here. I'm back with another Transformers video. This time it's a third-party Transformers video, taking a look at Magic Squares' limited run of Ultra Magnus in his diaclone or Delta Magnus colours. Now, depending on what website you go to, they're saying it's either 300 or 500 pieces limited worldwide. I don't know what the correct number is, if that is even such a thing, but it's apparently limited nonetheless. Taking a look at the packaging, first of all, we can see this lovely line drawn of Ultra Magnus, as well as, I assume, Magic Squares mascot. This is the very first Magic Square figure I've owned, so I'm not entirely sure, but you do know I'm quite a big fan of the Legend scale figures. I also like this just grid design that we have ongoing on the box. I think that's pretty cool. On the back, we've got a lovely blueprint style drawing, easy for me to say, of the Delta Magnus, and also the above shot of his cab. You do get a side shot of the cab done in this lovely grid style. At the other side, there's a barcode with his name, which is MS-B04D, with a picture of the mascot and the logo. And at the bottom, if I flip it around the right way, we get all the warnings and the sad onion 0 to 3. So let's now get this box open and see what we all get with the Magic Square Delta or Diaclone Magnus. Right out the box with Delta Magnus, you get his blaster, done in black and silver, with the handle that can flip up and flip down. You get a matrix of leadership. Let's try and focus. There we go. That kind of looks black on camera for the centre of the jewel, but it comes off more a green in person. Definitely a darker green, but a green nonetheless. You get 2 shoulder missiles and launcher, all one piece, doesn't come apart, done in black and silver. And you also get this big giant orange part of a base, which I assume will come with each Magic Square figure. Like I say, this is the first Magic Square figure I've ever owned, and you can build a bigger diorama. Quite sturdy, quite heavy actually as well, so that's a nice little bonus. So now we go into Magnus himself. Alright, the first thing I want to do is get a close-up of that face sculpt, and it's definitely Magnus-like. Could be a little bit better in my opinion. Kinda, yeah, it looks like Magnus, but also looks quite generic. Does have some excellent light piping. I mean, just look at that, it's just fantastic. So we've looked at the accessories you get with Delta Magnus. Let's take a look at the figure himself. First of all, that colour scheme is fantastic. Echoes the Diaclone Magnus colour scheme brilliantly. Red and black, instant win for me. It's my favourite colour. I absolutely love the clear green plastic used in the chest pieces, and the rest of the colours do complement each other, even though they really shouldn't, but it just works. That black on the yellow and orange tint, I guess, runs well, and of course there is a little bit of silver decking out here and there. The silhouette of this figure is brilliant. There is no kibble at all. It's wonderfully designed. Look at that. There's nothing there, nothing hanging off. It's just brilliant. Articulation. The head's on a ball joint, which is wonderful. So is the arm, and it can also go in and out. There is no bicep cut, but you do get a bend at the elbow. You get a funky ab crunch, as I like to call it. It's probably part of the transformation, is the funky ab crunch. The leg can do what you'd expect the leg to do, so in and out, and it can go so far that way, but you can't get a full split, unfortunately. And you do also get an ankle tilt. How awesome is that on a figure this size? Of course the knee can bend, so you can get better poses out of the figure, unlike me. Okay, here we go. It is transformation time. for little Delta Magnus, and it's a quite fun transformation. Dead easy. Tabs on this are incredibly tight though, so you got to be careful. I'm always scared I'm going to break the tabs, because my luck with third-party transformers is becoming quite renowned, and not in a good way either. Now I won't, speak directly on how to transform. I'm just going to sort of blabber a little bit while I show you on camera. I think for me that's probably better to do it that way, as opposed to trying to explain and transform at the same time, just because how my brain works really. And with this guy, this is Magic Squares' second release, so you've probably seen how he transforms already, done by a more transformer camera minded guy or gal, but you'll still get how to transform him in this video. Plus, you get the instructions with it, don't you? So hey, they are there to assist you, and I did need to use them the first time around because there's a couple of things I just really couldn't figure out, which is good and bad, I suppose. Some people don't like to use the instructions because I think it kind of takes away from the puzzle, but for me, I absolutely love using the instructions, especially the first time around, just because you don't want to bend anything or snap anything that you shouldn't, especially when it's a rather expensive third-party bot. Although this guy wasn't too bad in terms of cost, even with it being a limited edition figure. You can see the two tabs in there. I can't really because it doesn't want to focus, but they stick together. Apologies for the sniffing. My hay fever is absolutely rotten today, but I really wanted to show this figure off because I'm pretty impressed with it. I love how this whole section flips around and then decompacts. I think that's very clever. Almost magic, you could say. Ha 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 ha. I'll leave the puns to someone else. Right, I want to flow up this piece and do that. Pop it in. Port and post. Same at the other side. Take that. Port and post in here. But with my Scottish sausage fingers, doesn't always want to go in the way I like it, so I'm just going to do this bit off camera, just so it decides to tab in where it should. That's good. It's just been a wee bit difficult. Won't be a second. There we go. Sorted. There we are. You do have to kind of adjust and tidy as you go, but you will get there with the figure. I think that's where this sort of the ab crunch comes into play here. It's definitely needed for this transformation because it's a little bit pernickety, but it's not frustrating. It's just pernickety, just the way the tabs work. And then just really trying to tidy. Here is Delta Magnus transformed. Now I just have to add on his missile compartments. So it's just taking the missile, and you've got this little hole here, and just gently pop it in. Here's one, and you can pop in the other one as well. I'll zoom it a wee bit, give it a better look there. So It's not bad. Like, you can also pop those missiles into here if you wish to give it a more G1-esque look, but I quite like them on here. Now you can also take the gun that you get with Magnus, and it will plug in here. Goes in sort of like that, and it will be a placeholder. Does tab in, but to be honest, it's a bit of a pain just to get that slotting in right, because of the way the alt mode is with the two stacks. It takes a while just to get things right into place and adjusted. I mean, you can see there, things unfortunately are tending to pop out on the alt mode a little bit, but I think that's just going to come with practice, where you can just get things sitting right. The other issue that I don't like with the alt mode is the smokestacks don't lock in place, they just sit there with friction, so you can easily knock them out of position. But right, apart from that, my goodness, this is a lovely alt mode all in all, even with the minor gripes. Let's see how this figure scales with other figures in the Legends class size frame. So here is Grimlock from Mech's Fan Toys. To be honest, he's probably more about deluxe scale. In fairness, Mech Planet Bumblebee. We have Hasbro Wheelie, and just for a bit of fun, WST Hero Toys, unofficial Delta Magnus. So there's your scale comparison for your Legends class figures. I think he fits in okay. Before I get to my final thoughts, I'd just like to add that he does indeed have a bicep cut, which allows you to do this pose you can see here, holding the Matrix of Leadership. Now, in terms of my final thoughts, do I recommend him? Absolutely. But then I am an Ultra Magnus mark, and as soon as this was announced, which I've seen it on Dame Chuck Reports on Facebook, I was going to get it. There was no question about it. And Primetime Toys, again, hooked me up with some third-party goodness. The head sculpt isn't the greatest Ultra Magnus head sculpt, and that's a shame, but you can see Ultra Magnus in it. Perhaps a younger looking Magnus, I guess. I love all the detail that Magic Squares put in to this figure, and also that transformation sequence is super fun to do. Just getting everything into place is a little bit pernickety, but fun, and that's what you want in a Transformer. The plastic quality on him is fantastic. He's actually pretty heavy as well. I can't see any die cast in the figure. I could be wrong, there might be some there, but it just felt like solid plastic, harking back to the days of the Armada Trilogy figures. But yes, pick them up, especially if you like Ultra Magnus, and especially if you like figures in a Legend scale class. That was my look at Magic Square's take on Delta or Diaclone Magnus. Is this a figure you're thinking about picking up? Have you already got him on pre-order, or already own him? Or do you even own the original Magic Square Ultra Magnus mold? Let me know in the comments section below. Big thank you to the new people who have joined me on my channel and subscribed. I really do appreciate that support. Thank you very much. And especially to the people who continue to support the channel and help me grow it. Thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated. Until next time, guys, please be excellent to each other.